from Jackson, Mississippi. It's time for exciting tag team action here on Chao Racing 2018 with Week 7's action. And here's host that help you team up for an exciting week to remember, Mr. Brandonshannings. Thank you, Paul. It's been a pleasure having you here once again. And how are you fans? Welcome to Week 7's action here in beautiful Jackson, Mississippi. And how's everyone doing in the audience today in Jackson? Pretty good, I must say. Well, it's the last Sunday of the month, so it's time to team up with 24 tag teams in a hunt to become the next tag team champions of Chao Racing. Let's get things on the way. Paul, who do we have to start things off? Well, Brandon, to begin Week 7's action here in Jackson, Mississippi, we have the 2015 Tag Team Champions, the Days Brothers. Tommy Days, Big Chao himself, and his older brother Kenny Days, the Wise Duke of Chao Racing, as they take on Jeff Norris and Frank Fanatal. As we take a look in the lineup, all races as usual with hell on the yellow course, so it's best luck to the first two teams on this week's exciting action. Is everyone ready for Chao Racing? Then let's have a Chao race! Alright, and it looks like Tommy Days is going to rest. That means Jeff Norris and Frank Fanatal will have a 2-on-1 advantage. As of right now, Kenny Days and Frank Fanatal have yet to get a win after the first 6 weeks of play, so the winning team of this race will give either Kenny Days or Frank Fanatal the first win of the 2018 season. Who will get that chance? We'll find out soon enough. And there goes Jeff Norris and Frank Fanatal, and look at that. Kenny Days is dancing to the beat. So Jeff Norris and Frank Fanatal will have full control of this match. And who will get the first opening toss of Week 7? It's going to be number 8 who will get the first opening toss here in Jackson, Mississippi for Week 7. And right now it looks like Kenny Days and number 1 are getting left behind. And it looks like Kenny Days will have to privilege weak gains on the ground. That means number 1 will have to deal himself all alone over at the bridges. And he's getting left behind already. As number 8, who easily leads number 1 in dead meat, opens up Week 7's action here in Jackson, Mississippi with back-to-back speedruns. And now he is catching up a little bit. And right now it is Frank Fanatal who's in the lead over his partner. And it looks like Jeff Norris is with us. That means Tommy Days will have the privilege to battle with him for the lead in second place. But there goes Frank Fanatal with the next command speedruns. Unexpectedly as the leader of this race. Well, the leader usually doesn't get a speed bus, but not this case. Frank Fanatal got that speed bus, and he now has a little bit more ahead of Tommy Days. And right now, number 1 really needs help every now and then. And it looks like Kenny Days is with us. And number 1 will get that help with the next command speed bus. Now he will try to leave Kenny Days in the dust. Meanwhile, Frank Fanatal had a little room ahead thanks to his speed bus as the leader, but Tommy Days is rapidly making a comeback. Will he make a statement in the early run? We'll soon know later on in the race. As they climb up the wall with all their might. Next place belongs to Kenny Days. He was left behind for number 1, but now he leaves number 1 in the dust for the second time in this race. Poor number 1 for the second time in this race is getting left behind in the competition. Well, he's going to get a second speed bus in time, but that won't be nearly enough to stay in game. He retains last place by a few yards. And right now it is Jeff Norris who has command on the lead, assisting Frank Fanatal up in the front. And it looks like he went a little too far at a time. But I do believe he is going to maintain the lead over to Big Cherry Time Mace by looks at, yep. As Kenny Days takes his second speed bus to the base, it looks like Jeff Norris is going to lead Frank Fanatal to his first win of the 2018 season. What a deal. As number 7 can say, sign on to the other job in the next command speed bus. Towering one up for Jeff Norris and Frank Fanatal. They came in first and second place respectively, followed by number 7 in third place, and Big Cherry Tommy Days with 4th place. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this race, and we may buy Kenny Days. That makes his second speed bus race, but he's still winless at 0-7. Right now it's Frank Fanatal who gets that way. He gets his first win out of 7 weeks. That's right, and we are back with race number 2 after we hear a word from this. And now time for race number 2. You got it, Brandon. Race number 2 will feature the 2014 Tag Team Champions, Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick, taking on the Atlantic City Gambler Tyler Fultz and 2017 Senior Class Rookie member Chip Soubey. Both teams really needed to reverse last month's loss. Let's see who will get a chance. And they are off and running. Who is going to win this one? We'll soon know. And it looks like Jason Hill is going to win. So let's watch Nick, Tyler, and Chip. These three will have the opening edge, but Tyler Fultz and Chip Soubey will have a 2-on-1 advantage over Nick Gimmick. And look at this. Nick Gimmick pauses for a moment. So Tyler Fultz and Chip Soubey will have full control of this match as Tyler and Chip both eat the fruit. There goes Chip Soubey, and Tyler Fultz is dancing to the beat. But his team should still have a dominating lead because Chip Soubey is the first to approach the bridges. As the first superstar gets beat first is number 7. Who was dancing to the meanwhile, but now he's trying to lean over the force to a Chao thanks to that speed bus. And right now, Nick Gimmick is experiencing traffic along the way. He is getting trapped from the force to a Chao. He and the force to a Chao all heading for the water. As Chip Soubey, Senior Class Rookie of 2017, takes BS number 2 in his face, and it looks like they're gonna really have a full commanding lead. Because guess who took a shortcut? It's his partner, the AC Gambler Tyler Fultz. Now Chip Soubey has a really big lead with his partner over that top of the hill shortcut. Well done. As number 2, we'll get the next command Divas, trying desperately to get back in this one. Right now it is number 7 who is getting left behind in the competition, and number 1 pauses for 1. So he's better to drop down to last place due to that pausing moment. As the next PS we made by Nick Gimmick, he leads the force to a Chao bowing for dear life, but he still has a long way to go before he can win this one. Because Tyler Fultz is going to be the first to push the wall, with Chip Soubey bowing for an easy second place ahead of Jason Hill. And number 2 will get a number 10, making his second speed bus in the race. Jason Hill better hurry up if he wants to make a notable statement, but I don't think that is going to happen at all. Tyler Fultz is going to win this one easily. Next place belongs to number 8, who's leaning over the force to a Chao on the curve one. Poor number 7 is getting left behind on the other 3 to a Chao. These 4 to a Chao are going to be busy climbing up the wall, folks. So who will get the next command speed bus? It's back to Nick Gimmick, making his second speed bus in the race. But this race is all about Tyler Fultz as he assists Chip Soubey towards an easy victory. Tyler Fultz and Chip Soubey are our winners for this race. They win by just about a landslide. And it looks like Chip Soubey is going to come in an easy second place as number 2 gets his first speed bus in the race. Now trying to bow with the force of a Chao in the lead over the curve point. And right now number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. Number 2 is going to defend the lead over the force of a Chao up in the front. And who will have the last speed bus in this race? It's going to be number 8 who will cross our speed bus. That makes his second speed bus in the race. So after 7 weeks, Tyler Fultz gets his first win, and Chip Soubey is back on the right track towards his 2019 World Championship dreams. That's why we'll be back in a bit. Do not go away. Alright, so that's 2 races in the books. Now we proceed to race number 3. And this will feature one of the winning teams from last month's February Tag Team Premiere. That's right, folks. It is the 2017 Tag Team Champions, Al Hughes Jr. and Chris Knuckles. Tonight they'll be taking on Max Rex Sandersberg and John Stevenson, the Jersey Devil himself. Last month, Alvin and Chris faced off with Kyle Reachman and Bobby Kay in a rematch of this past year's 3rd place match, and they were able to get the win. We'll soon know if they will do it again this month for the month of March, or if Max Rex Sandersberg and John Stevenson will be able to rebound from their loss last month. Let's find out what happens here, and please start the bangs! Okay, so will Al Hughes Jr. and Chris Knuckles go 2-0? Or will Max Rex Sandersberg and John Stevenson get back in the hunt? There's only one way to find out. and it looks like a couple of silly Chaos on the rest, numbers 1 and 2 to be exact. So these two Chao will be left behind on the competition for a while. Right now the two teams are chicken the palm trees, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like John Stevenson is going to have full control of this match for his team. The other three Chao are dancing to the beat back in the palm trees. So the Jersey Devil, John Stevenson, will have the upper hand for his team, and it looks like he is going to be flying towards the water. As the first superstar gets beat, this is number 1, who decides to take the bridges of the Cowboy. And right now it looks like Chris Monaco is trying to make a comeback after dancing to the beat with Alien Jr. and Max Sandusburg. He is going to be swimming like crazy with the other Super Chao, as he will have US number 2 in this race. And look at that, Max Sandusburg is going to rest, so Chris Monaco will move up to 3rd place in the Cowboy. Now he will join with Alien Jr. for 2nd place. Right now it is the Jersey Devil John Stevenson who's going for a win after settling a couple losses for a while. And who will get the next command speed match? It's number 7, that's who desperately needs the country of Mary now and then. Will we get some more? We'll find out soon enough. We have passed the 1 minute mark, folks, and right now it is Max Sandusburg battling with Alien Jr. for 3rd place of the convoy. As we head back into number 7, and now he's trying to lead number 8 for dear life this time around. Meanwhile, the Jersey Devil John Stevenson is starting to get some company. Chris Morocco is starting to feel the groove on making a comeback here. And it looks like Alien Jr. will get a turn now. Trying to chew on Chris Morocco for dear life. Poor number 7 and poor number 8 are getting left behind. I don't think either one will get some. Next just belongs to number 1. That makes his 2nd speed bonus in the race. And back with fun, the Jersey Devil John Stevenson and Chris Monacos have reached the top of the wall, and now they're rushing through and past through the waterfall. Neck to neck heading into all stretch, and it looks like Chris Monacos will get his 2nd speed bonus race. Uh-oh, he wants to make the pass from John Stevenson in a hurry. They're approaching home stretch, folks, and by the way of their flying, it looks like John Stevenson was probably the better flyer. Yep. As number 2 takes the next match, yes, it looks like John Stevenson has won the battle at the home stretch. So he is going to defend the lead for the 2nd time in this race. As number 7 takes his first speed burst of the race, Chris Monacos won't have enough distance to catch up to John Stevenson in time. The Jersey Devil John Stevenson lifts Max Sandusburg to the first win of the tag team season over Chris Monacos. That was an incredible save by the Jersey Devil John Stevenson himself. Well done by himself. As number 8, who is way behind the competition, takes the next match, yes, and I do believe that is going to do it. Yeah, this race is finito, as Alien Jr. will finish the race in 4th place. Okay, John Stevenson, you and Max can give yourselves a hand. You're the winners for this month. That's right, but how will they fare next month in April? We'll soon know. Coming up, we get more inside action for you, but first, have a look at this. Alright, time for race number 4. And race number 4, Brandon, will feature the Dazzling Aces, John Miller and Fred Harrison, against JJ Niemeyer and Oliver Jones. Both teams failed to prove the win in February's tag team action, but one of them will get the job done this month for the month of March. Let's find out which team will be fortunate enough to rebound from their tough loss last month. Here we go. Best of luck to the next 2 teams on the quest for victory, and please start the race. Okay, there goes the Dazzling Aces, JJ and Oliver, pressing down the line, heading into the palm trees. The folks here in Jackson, Mississippi are showing how they got a great time with the audience with us today. And they're cheering on all of our tag teams, 24 tag teams as a matter of fact, including our defending champions, Vince and Glenn Roy, which is coming up later on. But right now, let's head over to this race, and it looks like JJ Niemeyer and Oliver Jones are dancing to the beat. That means the Dazzling Aces will have the upper hand of the 2 teams right now for the current moment. As the first superstar gets beat is Oliver Jones, who is way behind competition. I'm sorry, I say 2-on-1 advantage for the Dazzling Aces. Yeah, guess JJ Niemeyer was still gone. Anyway, number 7 is going to so now he is going to be way behind on the competition all the way in the back to back. Now he needs a lot of catching up to do to his nap, and he is going to risk his steel life at the water. At speed bus number 2 in his face, we're made by number 1. Who is battling with number 8 over at the bridges, and look at that. One of the Chao's going to rest, and right now it is Fred Harrison of the Dazzling Aces, who has the commanding lead over JJ Nehemiah from the other team. As the next speed bus we made by John Miller, his partner of the Dazzling Aces. And right now, Oliver Jones and number 8 are getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Number 7, meanwhile, is the real deal, who is way behind in the competition all the way in the back. One of them has to get the next speed bus, and it's number 8 who will get that chance, trying to win number 7 in dead meat. Meanwhile, it looks like Fred Harrison is having a pretty good time, trying to average last month's Heartbreaker from February. I do believe the Dazzling Aces are going to get the job done this time, by way of saying. Next speed bus belongs to John Miller of the Dazzling Aces. That makes his second speed bus in the race. And right now, the 4th Super Chow and Oliver Jones are battling front and back, and Oliver Jones is going to be left behind in the competition for a while. And this time, John Miller goes for 1 consecutive. Right now, Fred Harrison up in the top of the wall is going to rest, but his team should still have a dominating lead in the front coming. He's trying to hold off JJ Nehemiah up in the front. And with a 3rd consecutive speed bus, John Miller is running away from JJ Nehemiah. He might let the Dazzling Aces to an easy victory. They had a 2-on-1 upper hand at the start of the race, and right now it looks like they're going to get the job done. And Oliver Jones will have a little bit of catching up to do, so because a couple of Chow are going to mess, by way of saying. But as he takes the next command spears, there's always next time for Oliver Jones. Because Fred Harrison and John Miller are approaching the home stretch, and JJ won't have enough. This is the catch up to I want them in time. Fred Harrison and John Miller, the Dazzling Aces, Whiplash, JJ Nehemiah, and Oliver Jones for the victory. As number 7 will get the next command spears, trying to lead number 8 in it does. Poor number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. He is going to get left behind in the competition, folks. And the last speed bus of this race, just barely, will be made by Oliver Jones. That makes his second speed bus in the race. But it's the Dazzling Aces who win this one. Yes, congratulations to John Miller and Harrison. Great rebound from last month's loss. Let's hope they keep it up. Back in the bid to not go away. And now, once again, it's time for Classic and Modern to clash in this exciting contest. That's right, Brandon. Because for race number 5, we have both go-getter teams. Antonio Bennett and Krishnana of the Classic Go-Getters, and Ricky Nelson and Rusty Instantly Projected of the Go-Getters 2.0. Let's see which Go-Getter team will win this chapter of this main saga. Let's rock this place! Alright, so the Classic Go-Getters managed to prevail over Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick in last month's match in a rematch of the 2014 Tag Team Championship. We'll soon know if this month's race will have the same result. The Go-Getters 2.0 meanwhile look to rebound from a heartbreaking loss last time. Which Go-Getter will win this round? We're about to find out soon enough. Right now it is Antonio Bennett of the Classic Go-Getters and Musty Instantly Projected in the Go-Getters 2.0 who will be battling in the front of the pack. And who got the winning toss? It is Chris Schneider of the Classic Go-Getters. And look at that. Numbers 1 and 2 are going to rest. So they're going to join number 7 for G1 all the way in the back. Number 1 will drop down to last place. It looks like these three children are going to be heading for the bridges. And number 8 is going to rest. He's scheduled to join the other 3 Super Chow over at the bridges. As speed bus number 2 of this race were made by Vicky Nelson of the Go-Getters 2.0. And over the horizon, you saw it. It is Chris Schneider of the Classic Go-Getters who took a shortcut by the way of during that speed bus. The Classic Go-Getters are on the way towards a second straight win this month. And who got the next speed bus? It's Antonio Bennett, the next generation superstar of the Classic Go-Getters. He is cheering on Chris Schneider with all his heart and spirit. And right now, the 4th to a Chao are getting left behind in the competition, with number 7 fighting for dear life all the way in the back. The 4th to a Chao making its way towards the top of the hill, and it looks like number 2 passes for a point. So he's better to drop down to last place over the 4th to a Chao. And Fussy Jackington of the Go-Getters 2.0 takes the next class because, but right now it's the Classic Go-Getters who leads over the Go-Getters 2.0 as Chris Schneider is safely in the lead, climbing up to the top of the wall. There he is, and now he's making his way past through the waterfall. I think they're going to prove it 2-0 this month. Yep, no doubt about it. Next PS belongs to number 8, who's trying to lead numbers 2 and 7 in the dust. Poor number 7 really needs to get some speed bumps, and I mean now. Looks like number 2 also really needs help every now and then. Well, it's going to be number 2 who gets it. So he'll lead number 7 and then meet all the way in the mouth. Poor number 7. And Krishna back in home stretch has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. As Mickey Nelson takes his second speed bump to the race, the Classic Go-Getters prevail over the Go-Getters 2.0, with Chris Schneider leading Antonio Bennett for a victory. The Classic Go-Getters are 2-0. See? I knew they would be heading in the right direction this season. Let's see how long it will last. And Mickey Nelson gets back to XPS, but he's a little disappointed with another heartbreaking loss. Well, it's always the rest of the season. And right now, poor number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. And he went a little too far that time. And we have just enough time for one more speed bump in this race, and it will be made by number 1, who leads from 7 and us for the second time in this race. So after a long, dominating effort, it is the Classic Go-Getters who won. That's right, we'll present the next race in just a little bit, but first let's hear word from this. And now it's time for race number 6. We'll be halfway from March's Tag Team action after we present Paul this race. Paul? Okay, and it will feature our defending champions, Vince Jason and Glenn Murray, against Derek DePlay and Joe Rafferty. And boy, they wanted that win so badly last month. Well, let's see if they can turn them out for the better this month. The players will line them ready to go, like we always said. So without further ado, best luck to the next 2 teams. And let's have a Chao race! Okay, so Vince Jason and Glenn Murray are trying to rebound from the tough loss from defending runner-ups Donald Banks and Luke Green. Of course, they'll be coming up soon in the main event to try to repeat as tag team of the month. But right now, they're trying their best to get back on track towards the road to repeat title for the 2019 championship run. And right now, the 4 Chao are going to eat the fruit. And they'll go start to play. He's going to have a command and lead up at the front. And look at that. They are going to have a 2-on-1 advantage over Glenn Murray to come on. As the first superstar gets beat first is number 1. And look at that. He is leaving some competitors than us. Right now it is number 7, who is way behind in the competition all the way back. He needs a lot of speed if he wants to get back in this one. But right now, this next speed bus, which is speed bus number 2, and that belongs to Vince Jason, who is one half of our defending tag team champions. He and Glenn Murray are catching up to our current leader, Derek DePlay, as they make their way towards the top of the hill and into the next portion of the game, of course, which is the sapphire portion. And let's find out who will get the next command speed bus. It's going to be number 8 who gets it, leaving number 2 in the dust. And right now, poor number 7 is getting almost lower last place. He really needs a speed bus. Well, he's going to need a couple of speed buses if he wants to get back in this one. As we pass the 1 minute mark, that's one of them. Number 2 is going to also really needs help. Well, let's find out who will get that chance here. Right now, let's head over to Derek DePlay, and he's trying to defend the lead over Glenn Murray and Vince Jason, who sit in 2nd and 3rd respectively. As Glenn Murray wakes up for us now with his 2nd speed bus of the race. Now trying to make a statement in the early one. Meanwhile, Derek DePlay also trying to get back in this one. Oh, and down he goes. That's going to cause serious damage. Will his team be able to hold on to the lead with Derek DePlay out at the front? We'll find out soon enough. Next speed bus belongs to number 7. That makes his 2nd speed bus race. And he's going to make a comeback here, folks, for the moment. Right now, Derek DePlay is getting tailgated by Glenn Murray, who is one half of our defending tag team champions. and Derek to play is correct. That means Glenn Miller will have command in the lead as number 7, who continues to fight for D-Life, takes back to XPS. He was catching up a little bit, but he was pausing for more, so now he got back to XPS. And right now, Glenn Miller is trying to defend the lead over Derek to play, after Derek dominating for the lead for the most part of the race. And who got the next one? It is number 1. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. And it looks like by just a few inches, it looks like Glenn Miller will defend the lead over Derek to play. And Big Stacy is going to make the pass from Glenn Miller for the 1-2 punch. What a deal. As number 2 takes the next command speed buzz, Glenn Miller and Big Stacy are the defending tag team champions with one Derek to play at the last minute. As Derek to play had the lead for most of the race, it is Glenn Miller who leads Big Stacy to the 1-2 punch at the finish line. What a deal! And it looks like number 8 will close on the speed list for the race, leaving point number 7 in the dust for the second time in this race. So, Glenn Miller leads Big Stacy to a miracle win, and now they're taking the first step towards the road to repeat. That's why we're now at halftime. We'll be back in the second half after we hear a word from this. Alright, Paul, we'll proceed to the second half of our March Tag Team Match schedule with race number 7. That's right, and for race number 7, we have the Steel Drive team. That is the License Drive Al Heen Sr. and his brother Danielle here. They'll be teaming up to face off with Casey Raymondson and Carl Tanner. Both of these teams managed to pull off a W on the scorecard last month, but which one of them will improve to 2-0 and who will have to drop to 1-1? There's only one way to find out as we take a look at the lineup for this next part of the schedule. And let's see what happens here. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's have a Chao Race! Okay, the second half of our March Tag Team Match is underway. And like we always say, anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe, whether individual or tag team. That's the motto we use every race of the season. Anything's happen indeed. And right now the two teams are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Daniel Heenan. He is going to have command on the lead up in the front. And who will kick off the speed buzz for the second half of the schedule? It is the License to Drive, Al Heen Sr. of the Steel Drive. And right now numbers 2 and 8, it seems like they're both dancing to the beat all the way back. Yep, so these two gentlemen are going to be battling for D-Life all the way in the back of the pack. What will these two gentlemen be doing? It looks like they'll both be heading for the water, as number 8 will have speed buzz number 2 of this race, trying desperately to make a miracle comeback in the early run. And right now it is Daniel Heenan who is trying to defend the lead over Carl Tanner, who's starting to feel the groove of catching up. We'll get the next command speed buzz as Danielle and Carl head for the top of the hill. It's back to Al Heen Sr., the License to Drive. He won 2 titles back to back in 2012 and 2013. And right now, poor number 7 is getting left behind the competition. Casey Raymondson is also left behind the competition. And as we pass the 1 minute mark, number 8 pauses for 1. So he will join number 7 and Casey Raymondson for D-Life. And this time, Al Heen Sr. goes 1 consecutive. His team is currently leading, but look out! Carl Tanner is trying to make a statement in the early run. Will Carl Tanner make the pass to seal the second straight win for Casey Raymondson and his team? We'll find out soon enough. And look at this, Casey Raymondson will have the next command speed buzz, trying to chew on Carl Tanner to make the pass from Daniel Heenan. And right now, poor number 2 and poor number 7 are getting left behind along with number 8 and Casey Raymondson. Well, which one of those 4 will get the next command speed buzz? It's going to be number 7 who gets it. And right now, back at the top of the hill, Daniel Heenan and Carl Tanner are both going to rest. That means number 1, who leads over the Forest Hill Chao, will have the privilege to battle with these 2 teammates up in the front. As the next BS we made by Carl Tanner. And look at this! He's trying to make the pass from Daniel Heenan in a hurry! Well, anyway, Casey Raymondson at numbers 2 and 8 seems like they're going to the best. So these two are going to be left behind for the second time in this race, behind Casey Racing. Yep, no help us buying this time. And as number 1 takes the next command speeders, it was like Carl Tanner has defended the lead over Eleventh Senior. Eleventh Senior did not have enough firepower to get back the lead, so Carl Tanner holds out Eleventh Senior to lift Casey Racing towards the victory. As number 8 will close out the speed of this race. That makes it second speed of the race. So Carl Tanner made a statement at the very end. That's right, Casey Racing and Carl Tanner now 2-0, and there's more something coming up. Do not go away. And now let's simple enough, race number 8. Race number 8 will feature the Miller Traders, Howard and Dave Miller, against the Gundam Star Master Gary Dayton, and the Horn-Train Wiz F.I. Kingsley, who has a tremendous 6 weeks so far, coming in at 5-1, heading into week 7 of this race. Let's see if he can make it 6-1 this week. Please start the race. Okay, so there goes the Miller Traders and Garrett and Efon. Try and make a statement in the Oimon. And right now the two teams are going to make their way towards the palm trees. And it looks like number 8 is actually pausing for one. And number 7 is the rest. So these two are going to be left behind for a while. And there goes Efon Kingsway. He is going to have come in on the lead up in front. With Hal Miller, last year's runner-up, by on his tail. And as F.I. Kingsley has for the water, the first superstar against people is number 7, who reached numbers 1 and 8 in the dust. By now, number 1 was going to rest for a while, and now number 8 is going to rest. So he is said to be left behind for number 1 for D-Life, all the way in the back. Now he's going to get a lot of catching up to do. As Speedbus number 2 in this race, will be by Dave Miller of the Miller Traders, who won a senior championship recently. By now it is the Horn-Train Wiz F.I. Kingsley, who is leading Garrett Dayton to come win. Garrett Dayton in fact was winless in his first 6 weeks, but maybe F.I. Kingsley can give Garrett Dayton his first win of his 2018 season with now 40. As the next appearance we made by Howard Miller on the Miller Traders. As we pass the 1 minute mark in this race, by now number 2 is getting left behind competition. But number 8 is the real deal, who is way behind. Which one of those two getting next command appearance? It's going to be number 2 against it. So here we pour number 8 in the dust. Meanwhile, F.I. Kingsley seems like he has a good time dominating over Hal Miller, the Cowboy, as number 7 takes the next command appearance. That makes it second appearance in the race. And look at that. He's going to lead over the 4-0 jump because number 1 was timed for 1. Poor number 8, meanwhile, still really needs some help, and I mean now. But I don't think he is going to get help every once in a while. He is going to let him help. Back to number 7, and now he continues to lead over the 4-0 Chao with back and appearance. And right now back in front, it was like F.I. Kingsley is going to. That means Hal Miller will have the privilege of catching up to him in a little bit. F.I. Kingsley trying to defend the lead over Hal Miller and the Cowboy as he makes his way to a home stretch. And this is partner, the Gundam Star Master, Garrett Dayton, who sits in 3rd place, who will have the next command appearance for number 8. Not going to get a speed buzz at all. Probably not at all, but maybe something. But he will be. He gets the next command appearance, but he's still in last place, just behind number 1. And right now, F.I. Kingsley has his face all wrapped up. Hal Miller won't have enough distance to catch up to him in time. And there you have it. F.I. Kingsley is going to let everyone do the hard shake. As Garrett Dayton, who's getting his first win of the season at last, will close out the speedless for the race. So now F.I. Kingsley is 6-1 in his 2018 season. Particularly get a 4-0 shell as the last few minutes of the start crosses the finish line. Alright, so F.I. Kingsley is now 6-1, and Garrett Dayton has his first win of his 2018 season after 7 weeks. That's right, we'll be right back for more exciting action after this, so stay tuned. Alright, welcome back from our commercial break. Let's proceed to race number 9. That's right, race number 9 will feature Stealing Man and Brandonshannings of the Luck of the Irish, taking on the Superstars' only undefeated one, Raymond Hill, and his partner Michael Creighton. Raymond Hill made it 6 weeks in a row for his wins. Now he's going for Lucky 7 in his hot streak. We'll also know if he will get that chance and another easy victory. Good luck to these two teams, and let's rock this place! I am Michael Creighton is nice. But there goes Raymond Hill. He is going to lead his team to a good start at the early run. He is going to shake the palm tree to bring down that coconut shake fruit. And now he's going to eat the fruit. And it looks like he's dancing to the beat. That means both members of the Irish will have the privilege to catch up to him in a little bit. Stealing Man will have the lead, but only temporarily because Raymond Hill is off and running again. He is making his way towards the bridges, and Stealing Man is first. As Raymond Hill, or Brandonshannings heads for the water. Yeah, Brandonshannings, as the first superstar to get beat is number 1, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. And right now it is Raymond Hill who's speeding down the line, heading into the home stretch. Uh-oh. Did someone take a shortcut? I don't know. Raymond Hill was going for his 7th straight win. I'm not for sure. As number 8 was Bieber's number 2 this race. And number 2 is getting left behind in the competition. All the way in the back of the pack. The force of a chart, neck to neck, fighting for dear life all the way in the back of the pack. And it looks like number 8 will have back-to-back Bieber's. And what will Raymond Hill doing? Uh-oh! It was like someone took a shortcut! Steering Wingman made the impossible! He might be able to spoil Raymond Hill's attempt at a 7th straight win! Oh, Raymond Hill better hurry up if he wants to avoid an upset. Next place belongs to number 2, who's trying desperately to catch up after being left behind for a while. And right now number 8 pauses for 1, so now he's ready to drop down to the last place. I can't believe Stealing Man actually took a shortcut after going to a rest just before he decided to take the water. Anyway, number 8 is going to need a couple of people to get back in this one, and this is one of them. That makes it spell speed for the race. Right now, Raymond Hill really wants to set a straight win, but it looks like Stealing Man might be able to post the first upset of the year nominee, because he was currently undefeated as of right now. Well, anyway, number 2 will get his second speedless race, and right now Stealing Man is trying to wrap things up for the Luck of the Irish, and it looks like he is going to have plenty of room to rumble. So we're going to have our first upset of the year nominee for the 2018 season with Stealing Man, as Michael Creighton takes the next command speeders. Tally an upset for the Luck of the Irish. Stealing Man prevails over undefeated Raymond Hill. Raymond Hill, sad to say, lost himself for his first loss of the season. But as on the next side, here, who knows, he might start a new streak of wins pretty soon. Anyway, number 1, we'll get the next command speeders, and that's going to do it for this race. Numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind. So, our first upset year nominee belongs to Stealing Man and the Luck of the Irish. That's why Stealing Man prevailed, and that's one time coming up. What a deal! Alright, still a couple more races to the main event. So now we proceed to race number 10. That's right, race number 10 will feature the winner of this past year's third place playoff, Chao Racing of Bobby K, against the 2016 Rising Stars champion Chao Samoa and his partner Zach Allison. Joshua and Zach got the win last month. Will they do it again for the month of March? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race! Okay, and it looks like Zach Allison is scoreless. That means Chao Racing and Bobby K will have a 2-1 advantage over the 2016 Rising Stars champion himself, Chao Samoa. And right now, these 3 superstars are shaking their palm trees to bring down that coconut shake fruit. And the fans are on their feet for these superstars. Or are they ever on their feet? And it looks like Chao Samoa is dancing to the beat. So Chao Racing and Bobby K will have full control of this match for the moment. And And who is going to get the only toss for this race? As Bobby K flies to the water, we're on to find out right now. It is his partner, Chao Racing, who got the only toss for this race. Take a look at number 1. He's getting left behind from numbers 2 and 7 in a hurry. And number 2 is going to rest, so he will drop down to last place. And Zach Olsen will have command of Speed Bus number 2. Wow, it's a good contest so far. In fact, look how close 3 of our superstars are. Battling neck to neck, with Bobby K leading over Chao Racing and Joshua Samwood come on. Wow, it's an exciting contest so far. Right way it looks like. And look at this, Zach Olsen with back-to-back speeders. Now it's a 4-way contest. All 4 Chao are neck to neck now. Since Zach Olsen got back-to-back speeders. Boy, who's going to come on top? Well, anyway, poor number 2 is getting left behind competition. We passed 1 minute mark. And who got the next command speeders? It's number 7, who leads on the 4th Chao in 5th place. And now back to our exciting contest up in the front. These 4 Chao are neck to neck for those 2 teams, battling in an exciting contest to remember. Which team is going to come out on top? We'll soon know once the 4 Chao gets to the home stretch. Next speeders belongs to number 8. Now he takes the lead over the 4th Chao with that speeders. Poor number 2 still really needs some help. He is getting left behind from all the other Chao. Do you think he'll hit the wall before he can be able to get speeders? Looks like he will be. So the next speeders is going to be made by Chao Racing. That makes his second speeders in the race. And right now, Zach Olsen is trying to make a statement over Bobby K at the moment. 3 Chao making their way towards the home stretch. And as number 8 takes his second speeders on the race, it looks like Zach Olsen is going to get the job done for his team. Zach Olsen has command on the lead at the home stretch. He is going to lead Joshua Samwood to another easy victory this week. As number 7 takes his second speeders, Zach Olsen lifts Joshua Samwood to the victory over Chao Racing and Bobby K. Wow, back-to-back speeders is what he needs, and he got the win. So Zach Olsen and Joshua Samwood are now 2-0. That's right, they're 2-0 in the contest. And we'll be having more like action after this. Do not go away. Okay, welcome back. And now we have just 2 races left on our schedule for week 7's action here in Jackson, Mississippi. That's right, the first of those remaining races will feature Gary Coles and Buster DeJavo taking on Corey Sanchester and Adrian Langetta. Let's find out which team will improve to 2-0 this week. And this one will feature the Golden Chao. And coming up in the next segment, Dom Ranks and Luke Green look to repeat as a tag team on the bumps in an explosive main event. So be sure to tune in then. Alright, let's send down to the field once again for these next 2 teams. And it's best of luck to the next 2 teams on the quest for victory. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a chaoracing. Okay, the next 2 teams are off and running. As we prepare for the next segment and main event in the next segment. By now it is Gary Coles, Buster DeJavo, and Corey Sanchester and Adrian Langetta who will be battling in this contest as the 4 Chao make their way towards the palm trees, along with the 4 Golden Chao in this race. The 4 Chao are going to eat the food, and there they go, all 8 Chao are off and running. Let's find out who will get the only toss for this race, and that only toss will be made by number 8, who desperately needs to catch a berry now and then. And right now, a couple of Chao are heading for the water, trying to maintain some ground. And it looks like number 7 pauses for a moment, trying to get some attention here. So he will be left behind in the competition for a while. Take a look at Gary Coles and Corey Sanchester. And it looks like number 8 taunts for a moment, as Corey Sanchester will have control of speed bus number 2 in this race, trying to maintain 4 place to come 1. His team is safely in the league with Adrian Langetta in an easy first place, ahead of Buster DeJavo at the come 1. As the next appearance we made by number 7 and busted the Chao Racing. And number 7 almost fell over the hill, but he managed to hung on. And right now, Gary Cole's pauses for 1. Now he's going to need a lot of catching up to do. He doesn't want to be left behind in the crowd waiting in the back. By the way, it looks like he really need help to get back in this one. But let's head back to number 7 as we pass 110 in the current moment. And right now it is Adrian Jenner who's going to be the first to push the wall. I think his team should get a W on his scorecard. He should have a great chance of maintaining lead in the current moment. Next appearance belongs to Buster the Jawbone, who is catching up to number 2 for 2nd place in the current moment. And Gary Coles is getting all alone in last place. And number 8 is the best, so he is expected to drop down to last place. Both he and Gary Coles are expected to hit the wall. So let's head back to Buster the Jawbone, which makes it 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 7 and Buster the Jawbone respectively. And right now it is Adrian Jenner, who is at the home stretch trying to maintain the lead over Buster the Jawbone. And right now it is Adrian Jenner, who is rapidly approaching home stretch as Gary Coles takes the next command speed bus. Adrian Jenner is going to sell away an easy victory over the competition. Adrian Jenner and Corey Sanchester are our winners for this race as we get ready for the main event in the next following segment. That's going to be followed by number 2 in 2nd and Buster the Jawbone in 3rd place. And right now it is Corey Sanchester who will get his 2nd Spears race. His team is going to put the W on his scorecard. Poor Gary Coles has no hope for surviving whatsoever. He'll have himself a loss, folks. But there's always next time for Gary Coles and Buster the Jawbone. Right now, Corey Sanchester and Adrian Jenner can celebrate the victory. That's right. And we'll present the main event in just about moments from now. But right now, let's hear word from this sponsor. Alright, Paul, are you ready for an exciting main event? Yes, I am, Brandon. And it's the fans here in Jackson, Mississippi ready? Yes, we are. So, Paul, that's what we have for this week's main event. This week's main event will feature our returning champions, Donald Mannings, Luke Green, against Ralph Dennis and Peter Foles. And for the 2nd race in a row, it will feature the Golden Chao. So we always have the Golden Chao whenever a Chao has 1,900 or more points, and this is the 2nd race in a row that we have them. So let's see what happens this time around. It's best of luck to the 2 main event teams on the quest for victory. Everyone's on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go. This week's main event is presented by Monster, reminding you to have the zoom in your favor, and you can visit your local Monster dealers or on the Monster website for more details on how to get cash back and other selling offers. And right now, the 2 teams are making their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. There's the coconut-shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat it. And which team is going to have the upper hand to come on? It's going to be Ralph Dennis' team who has the upper hand, because Ralph Dennis is the only one not dancing. And who will get the opening toss of the main event this week? It's going to be his partner, the computer wizard Peter Foles. And right now, one of the Golden Chao is trying to get his attention here. And Luke Green is getting left behind in the competition going on in the race. But he is expected to take the water, trying to maintain some ground. As speed race number 2 of this race will be made by his partner, Donald Mannings. He is in fact our defending world champion, as a matter of fact. Right now, it is the computer wizard Peter Foles, who has a commanding lead over number 1 in Luke Green, battling for 2nd place in the current one. As the next speed race will be made by number 8, who's trying to catch up with the others in a hurry, and Donald Mannings is correct. So now he is going to be left behind the competition in 7th place. Right now, though, it is Ralph Dennis, who is way behind the competition right behind him. He had the upper hand for a while, but now he really needs to catch up to do. We passed the 1 minute mark exciting race, as Donald Mannings will get a turn now. He also really needs help. And right now, Peter Foles is making his way towards the sapphire portion of the course. We're trying to defend the lead, and he's correct. That means number 1 will have command of the lead, and number 7 will jump up to 2nd place of the current one. Luke Green will also have a little bit of catching up to do. with Peter Falls up in the middle of the pack. But there goes Peter Falls for the next command Speedbus, and he maintains the best position over Luke Green in Cup 1, and now he's fighting with number 7 to get back the lead in Cup 1. Poor Ralph Dennis really needed to get a lot of Speedbus every now and then. He doesn't want to be left behind the competition for sure. Will he get some Speedbus if he wants to get back in this one? He's going to get one of them, but he's still going to be way behind the competition, behind Luke Green. By now it is Peter Falls who has the commanding lead, heading into the top hill. There he is. He has made it to the top hill, now approaching Waffle. As number 7, who is catching up a little bit, takes the next to SBS, and he's trying to take away the lead over Peter Falls for the second time in this race. What is going to happen, folks? And Peter Falls is showing way behind the competition. But I think his team is going to celebrate a victory nevertheless, even though he's way behind the competition. I think his team is going to get the victory for sure. As number 8 takes his second Speedbus to the race, Peter Falls has maintained the lead over Donald Meddings. And Peter Falls is going to lift Ralph Dennis to the March Tag Team of the Month honors this week. And there you have it. Ralph Dennis and Peter Falls are our Tag Team of the Month for the month of March. As Luke Green, disappointed with a loss, will get the next FPS, and I think that's what it's doing. Yep, no more Speedbus for this race, so this race is finito. Done. Alright, so with that win, Peter Falls and Ralph Dennis are now 2-0. That's right, and they will come back next month for April's Tag Team's main event. We'll be right back to close out the show after this, so stay tuned. Well, folks, thanks for coming with the audience here in Jackson, Mississippi this week, and congratulations to Ralph Dennis and Peter Falls on winning the March Tag Team of the Month honors. Join us next week for more Zion action. Until then, this is Brad Jack signing off. Keep on smiling, have a great spring, and so long, everybody! Thank you for joining us this week. This is paulsycamore speaking. See you next time for another edition of Chao Racing 2018. Good night, everybody.